Hey everyone, Shaber 1000 here. Today we're gonna take this. I just put this all back together. It developed a leak around the gasket where the air conditioner meets the roof, and I tightened it down. And I thought the bolts were loose, but then I got to thinking, no, because you don't tighten them all the way anyhow. You tighten them so far to whatever factory specs is, or manufacturer spec is. You only tighten them so far, and then I got thinking, man, that thing's over 40 years old. I said, the gasket's probably shrinking, so I tightened her up real good, and that stopped the leak. But Monkey don't trust it, so she wants to go see if we can get a gasket for her today. So before I take this clear out, I am going to take this cover off, and we're going to measure. I think it should be about 14 inches. I think they're considered 14.2, but I think it's 14 by 14 inch. So let's go ahead. We'll start. Well, I got to take the knobs off first. But we're going to check and see what kind of new ones they have. And that knob got stuck on there. Maybe we'll put a new one in. So what I'd like to do, if we ever put a new one in here, I will get one with the heat strip in it. Alright. There is that. Now what I'm going to do, I need to measure this hole. There's part of the old seal there, and it's pretty bad. So I think I can't remember if this part comes off. I know this does. Get that other bolt. So let's go ahead. Let's pull that bolt and this bolt out here. But first, we have to take this plate off of here. Sorry about that. Not me. Hang on. Okay, sorry about that. Never set his car alarm off. Did that yesterday too. Okay. Now there's 3 screws on this side, but I dropped one yesterday. I don't know where it is. I don't know if this comes off or not. Let's take these 2 bolts out here and see if it does, so I can get a good measurement on it. And they're very long. I should have brought my thing for my impact driver there. Let's loosen this one. No, I guess this doesn't come off of here, which it should. But get my glasses. Tape measure. I think it's 14 by 14. Nope, this one is not. Well, wait a minute, it might be. Yeah, it looks like it's, man. Alright, I'll tell you what, I'm going to save this, but I am going to take these 4 bolts out and see if I can get this piece here to drop down. But I won't bore you with that. When I get ready to drop it down, I'll bring you back. Okay guys, so got them all out, but this one got that far and that was it. And I did go get my little tool here. So let me see. About 14 and an 1/8. About 14 and an 1/8. So yeah, 14 by 14 is fine. They consider that a 14.2, but yeah. So this one is getting stuck. So we'll unplug that. Obviously I'm unplugged. The air conditioner unit is unplugged. This right up here is the old seal. I'll show it to you. That right there going around that yellow, that's the old seal. There's still a little bit of water left up in there, but it'll dry out. So we're going to go see if we can find that. Well, it's a gasket. If we can find that gasket before I pull that clear off, I'm going to mess with this. I'm going to try to get this bolt out. It's stopping right there, and I don't want to break it yet. If I was going to put a new air conditioner in, I would just cut that bolt off. But I got to try to save it. So, all right, guys. Let me mess with that, and then this can just hang down for right now. But once that bolt's out of there, this thing will be ready to lift up off the top. They're not real heavy, they're just cumbersome. So let me work on that bolt, and I'll be back with you and let you know what's going on. There's the new table that I built, and I also put these side pieces on because they were just, I mean, that's what all that pile of stuff is. It's just sawdust and glue, really, is all it is. And it got to looking like that, so I got to replace this one too. But that's what it looked like down there. As you can see, it just, so I got to replace that one. And then I may just do the rest of these tops. Yes, it's messy in here, but I've been working in here for 4 days. And then put some laminate on them. Okay, I got it out. I just kept going forward and reverse on that, and finally it just broke free and whoops, sorry, and just came right out. So let's go see if we can find a new gasket. There's a wasp in here. I'll watch monkeys, allergic to them. Well, let's go try to find a gasket. Okay guys, so we got our part. There it is. That's our gasket. It's going to go up in between there. So now I got to move all this stuff and lower this down and pull that off of there, clean that all that old stuff off of there. Put this up there, put the air conditioner back on, raise it back up, hook it all back up. Great. Well, I guess I got to get started on this and put the table down. I gotta move all this stuff, flip that, pull the bunks in. Yeah, a lot of work, but it's got to be done. So yeah, it was a pretty bad accident on the way back. We didn't see it happen, but I got some video of the cars. So anyway, that's that. That's well, I won't bore you with setting this down. But I got to get to it. It's starting to get hot out. Okay, guys, I got this decorative cover. I got the cover unbolted. There's 4 nuts up there and a couple things that's all cracked that someone had fixed to hold it down. So it should come off fairly easy now. Let's give it a try. That's just the cover, not the air conditioning. Alright, there we go. For the cover. Yeah. May do some work on that. I do have this loosened up. Okay. I really don't want to get up on the roof if I don't have to. I don't know if you can. It's pretty heavy, Mama.
Got something you can lift underneath it?
Well, it'd be a good idea, but it wouldn't be a good idea on this roof.
Try to help you?
Well, if you want. In here, bring it back to you. Be careful, it's short. There you go. Keep going. Bring that side back. Oh, there's a hole here.
You okay?
Yeah, bring that one back. Alright. See all this stuff.
Yeah. You need more?
Well, I'll have to flip it up and get all the old stuff off the underneath of that. But there it is. See, all we would have to do to put a new one in is this. Clean this, take that off and throw the new one up on. But Monkey didn't want to buy one.
Didn't say that. Did not say that.
She said.
Didn't say anything.
She said, you just have to put another one in when it goes bad.
I did not. You're full of it. Because I was thinking the same
Look, I'm
thing.
just joking, okay?
And I know you'd like one with the remote, and then
You
talked
said
about
remote.
heater. Yeah.
The
I
thing
said
about it, guys, is it's not that I just want to upgrade, which I do, but the thing of it is now that I took this off, I guarantee you next year I'm going to do it again because something's going to happen to that now. And I'm going to say, see, last year we should have just put a new one in and been done with it. When right now, all I would have to do, push that one off to the side, clean this off, lift the new one up and put it in place. And then hook it up underneath, which you guys saw, that's nothing. And, what I should have did, and I forgot, is when I used to do these all the time for the park trailers, I would, use masking tape, tape a piece of plastic so all that stuff don't get down inside. But since this is a pop-up, once I get it back up in the air and pull those out, most of that dirt will come out with it. But I'll have to lean it on its side and scrape all the old gasket off, clean all this stuff off here. That roof is solid. Can't believe it.
That's good.
So, and then I'll have to by the time, anytime you set them things on their side, refrigerator, air conditioner, or whatever, you need to, when you set it back flat, don't turn it on right away. So by the time I get it all bolted in and connected, it'll be okay then. So what I gotta do is I gotta flip it up. Well, I gotta clean this. You wanna clean that?
Got a broom.
I think Monkey's gonna give me a hand. And I'll just flip that up and I'll scrape all that old gasket stuff off. It usually comes off fairly easy. So.
I can't believe how wet it is though.
Huh?
I can't believe how wet it is.
I had the air conditioner on yesterday.
That's why.
To see that water's from the air conditioner and it runs off.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I always have it a little higher in the front.
Right.
So the water runs off. But see what that was doing was that seal wasn't sealing right there around that square spot. And water was getting in under the seal.
Yeah. You can see.
Alright guys,
Right here
I'll be back with you. Okay guys, here we go. We're going to try to put this on here without messing up too bad. And I'm going to speed you up. Okay, it's on. It's a little off, but I'm gonna put it in and we'll check it for leaks. Okay guys, so we did a water test. Monkey came up in here and I stood up on the ladder and sprayed it with water. And no leaks. So that's good. It was a little off. It should have came my way a little bit more, but it's not enough to cause any issues. They're pretty forgiving. And then we'll get this put on here and we'll plug it in and make sure nothing comes in. I don't think it will. But, so let me speed you up through this. Alright, now I'm going to put the door back down and we're going to fire it up and make sure. You guys could have said something. Okay, now. Okay, and we'll fire it up and make sure everything's good to go. Alright guys, here we go. Well, I got to put the knobs on. And alright, let's turn it on. That's high fan. That's low air. That's high air. Let's crank the thermostat up. Now I'm going to go out and get the bunks all set up the way they're supposed to be. And we'll make sure this thing is dripping off the roof and not in here. Okay guys, we're back. Currently, it's 86 degrees outside 87 degrees inside, because I turned that air conditioner off. I wanted to do this test to see if I could get it to cool down. As you can see, it's what, 532, 86 out, 87 inside. Let's turn the air on. Alright, now I'm going to give it 1 hour. I don't have that back blocked off, so it's not going to get real cool. But I want to see if I can get it some degrees cooler inside than outside. So, it used to do pretty good in about an hour. So, but that's with the, when I would have the back blocked off. Can't never film. Anyway, yeah, it did go up degrees. It did go up a degree. It's 88 now in here. So let's give it 1 hour. It's checking again at 5:33. It's 5:33 now. Alright guys, we're back. It hasn't been an hour yet, but it's 6:22. It dropped to 78 degrees outside because the sun went back that way and the temperature thing's out there. But it dropped to 78, but as you can see, it's 69 in here. So it's working good. So but it always did, but I wanted to make sure, you know, that nothing happened to it when we was up there monkeying around. So yeah, so that's pretty good, almost 10 degrees. It just jumped up to 70 because I'm holding it, you know. So what would that be, 9 degrees. And it was 87 out, and it was 87 outside and 89 in here. So, and now it's 78 and 69. So 10 degrees less than an hour in this thing. It's essentially a tent, really. So yeah, I'm okay with that. Close these curtains over here, and that helps keep the sun from shining in so bad. So yeah, I think it's going to be all right. I just wanted to make sure, you know, that, like I said, when you get to monkeying around with stuff like that, you know, but, so, dang, numbness in my hands today. So, alright guys, well, thanks for watching, I appreciate it. Shea Bear, the Myth, the Man, the Legend, gone for now. And, yeah, I figure maybe in about a year we'll end up putting a new one up there. Or if one goes on sale, you know, if a good one goes on sale. That's 13,500 BTUs, which is typical for one of these. I would like to upgrade to a 14 or 15,000 with a remote control. That way we don't have to get up out of bed, like if we get cold, turn it down, or, you know, or whatever. Anyway, I gotta go. My battery's about to die, so because it was in the heat today. Alright guys, anyway, you know what I mean. Thanks for watching, appreciate it. We'll see you guys in the next one. Hopefully your weekend's going well. Bye bye everyone, take care.